So as you mentioned, Rod, you have been working in this industry and with JIBC for 6 years. So what sort of differences are you seeing right now as compared to what you saw earlier now to recruit those students now?
Yeah, that's a good question. I've been working with public post-secondary institutions for about 10 years. I can tell that things, when it comes to immigration and international mobility, things come in waves, right? Nothing lasts forever. So yeah, we're definitely seeing, in recent years, we had COVID where people were forced to start studying online from home. And then eventually, whenever possible, they were able to come here. Immigration was more flexible with regulations around studying, meeting the requirements to study full-time in person in Canada. And then coming out of it, I think the message was that Canada was very welcome and in need of temporary residents to come back and get the economy going again, right? Getting different industries, hiring again. And then it sounds like we overshot. We brought in, too many people. So we saw the largest population growth in Canada, equivalent to post-war years. And then as anything with government, they either overshoot or undershoot. So I think right now we're undershooting in a way where we're seeing that international students coming for high school, universities, 4-year degrees and masters and PhDs, their approval rates are as high as have ever been, and they're still coming. What we're seeing is a small decrease of study permit approvals on the college sector. And that's due to an increase on financial requirements. They have increased the amount of money that you have to prove, that you have to sustain yourself. And I think even though they increase, that's the reality. You end up needing that much money right in your first year. So they're sort of right on that. What else? We're seeing limitations on the spouse work permit. So yeah, there is I think immigration, they're trying to send a message that they're looking for students that are ready to come. They're coming from a program that is aligned with their previous academics, is aligned with their previous work history, and someone that have as a primary intention to come here, get a good education, and ideally work on something somewhat related to the field of studies.
Right. No, Rod, very well said. 3 things you mentioned, I can, see that earlier, as you mentioned, government overshot after coming out of COVID. Now, Canada was welcoming everybody come because they wanted students, they wanted people to join their labor force because economy was slowed down due to COVID. And that was throughout the world, not just Canada. Now, when they overshot, they welcomed all the students, I would say, and the workers come to Canada again. And they were not prepared for the problems that were coming along with that.
Yeah.